it's a good spot to be in.
And Coach, you do have that background though of you were at a prep school,
yeah.
You're at a public school. So do you want to talk about that? The differences, and I guess you're convincing kids to stay rather than leave.
Yeah. So you're always recruiting, right? And prep, public, you're always recruiting. The dynamic is different. The energy around it is different, right? Like at the public level, right, you have boosters, you have communities. There's a very big emotional investment. Prep school is phenomenal players and parents, but you're invested in the team. There's not outside. You don't really have boosters. I mean, parents will do their own thing, but it's different, right? There's a lot more interaction with the principal, the administration. Now school boards are involved, right? It's different, but I loved the energy at Masco, and that's what I'm fired up for the kids here. Like at Hamilton Wenham forever, Saturday at noon, Saturday at 1 games. And we talked about this coming in. That's like a kiss of death for high school football, right? Especially in a smaller town, because my son Joe plays, but he's got an older brother. He's got 2 younger brothers, right? They got soccer, they got flag football. My other son has this. We got family obligations, right? So if my kid's not playing on the team, we're probably not going to the game. But now we have Friday night lights here. Friday nights, people have off. The middle school, the parents, they're going to go to the games now, So I'm happy that they're going to be able to experience that. And I have experienced the band, cheerleaders, all that kind of stuff. I love the energy of it. But there's subtle differences, right? Responsibilities as a head coach, how you order equipment, all that kind of stuff is different. That's kind of the behind the scenes stuff, but it's a different energy. But you're right. It's like you're getting kids to commit to your program, and you are recruiting, right? I see kids all the time in the school. Nothing worse when I'm sitting here by the weight room and I see a 6-foot, 180-pound kid walk by, and I don't know who he is. I'm like, hey, why aren't you playing football, right? So you are recruiting, but you're kind of doing it in the school, and you want kids to stay.
What's your pitch to people, in terms of why they should stay, why they should come out and play football for Hamilton Wenham?
Yeah, well, I mean, first and foremost, right, it's the environment, football. I think you can learn a lot of lessons in football. Accountability, discipline, that type of stuff. Being a part of a team, kind of giving my philosophy, what I value as a player, what I expect these guys to do, right? I mean, that's a good message, right? And I find that most kids that play athletics, certainly football, right, that translates into a lot of other parts of their life. In terms of staying, why stay here as opposed to go someplace else? Well, every kid's different, but listen, provide opportunity here. We got great facilities, weight room, field. Like there's not many places that are going to be better than this. What do you want to do? You want to go to a prep school? Why? Why do you want to go to prep school? Because that's what your parents will do? Well, that's what you're doing. But is it because of football? Is it because of athletics? Well, how good can you be? Why don't you play here a few years? Like, I'm all for it. Like, if a kid plays here a few years and they think that he's ready to move on, that's fine with me. But is it worth going there? Are you going to be here, play 3 years, then play 2 other sports and still be able to play in college? Or do you want to go there and sit around for 2 or 3 years and maybe never play? Some kids don't know the dynamic of prep school sports, right? People are always coming and going. There are always people coming in, and then you get to the whole PG thing. So I think what I would do is you create a culture here, winning culture, positive culture, energy, buzz. Most kids want to stay. There are kids that are going to leave, but most kids that are on that fence, they want to stay, right? They want to be home. They want to play with their friends. They want to have success here. And that's what we got to build up, because for a lot of years, they did have a lot of success here. So, I built that at Pingree. I know I'm going to build it here. I'm pretty confident in that. I got great coaches. I brought some from Pingree, so that ain't going to change. So just bringing my energy. And this is what I love to do. I'm a football coach, and then I kind of help out in the middle school. It's kind of how I looked at it. When I was at Pingree, all I did was do that. So this is, when you have a coach that's all in and you're doing everything you can to give them success, right? That kind of, they'll see that. They struggled the last few years for a lot of reasons. So I got to build that up. Like, most programs that haven't had a lot of success, there's a lot of confidence issue, and you got to find a way to figure that out. And you do it in the weight room, right? You do it in the off season. You do it in sevens. You do it in camp, and you get that mental toughness, and it gives them something to grab onto, and that's when you start winning. So, it's an easy sell. It's easy to sell myself, easy to sell the program, to get kids into the program. We've already got, in a school, this is 5, 6, 7 new kids that are on board, kids that are left that are coming back, 7 brand new kids, which in a school our size is big when you look at the percentage of the boys. So I think it's going to be pretty good.